verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch
And then,
certain prophets
that's
and
it.
teachers, as
Yes or
Barnabas
not?
and Simeon,
Yes, but Bishop.
that was called
Why
Niger.
not?
So we got the teachers
not?
and prophets. They
So
went
you,
where?
so you had the baby on your head.
To Antioch.
Yeah, they went to
You
Antioch.
had the baby in the
When
head.
They went into Antioch. They
Let
was
me
called
take you
what?
one
Niger.
picture.
That was called
It's an example, no?
Now,
It's
go
an
to
example.
the letter.
It's an example for
Bring
you.
that to the NLT, man. Let's see what
Yeah,
that means.
I want to take you one picture.
Let's see what that means, man.
Yeah, tell me yes or not.
Hey, man, Jay, you must be simple
Why
as hell.
not?
Right there, Jay.
No.
Jay, simple as hell.
You had the Bible in
Instead
the
of getting the understanding,
You had the
instead of
Bible
getting
here.
the understanding of the scriptures,
No.
you more concerned about getting some damn pictures, man.
Okay.
Go down the street and kick rocks, man. Ain't
Yes,
nobody got
I
time for
told
your
you,
bullshit.
permit.
Go.
Yes, I told you a permit.
You know, simple
Take you
shit,
one
man.
picture.
Your simple ass down the street. Boy, you
Oh,
piss me off.
and it's actually pronounced nigger. God.
Hold on, man.
That's all.
Goddamn simple ass Jake, man. You talking about some damn pictures, man? Like this the damn freak show, like this a side show, man. Don't got no understanding, of the scriptures. But want to talk about some damn pictures, man. Your ass gonna get goddamn deleted, man. Damn simple. Go.
God. This is the word. This is the word niger.
Now go to the NLT. Go to the NLT.
Oh, right there on the bottom.
Read this out the NLT, man.
Yeah, man, Jake out here for all the wrong reasons. What is the picture gonna do for you?
Right there where you see NLT.
This is NLT, Acts the 13th chapter. Among the prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the Black Man.
Called the Black Man. Niger.
Wow.
Alright? NLT say it was called Black Men. Yeah.
Can't make it up, bro.
You see that? Yeah. This is, hey, was not Paul mistaken as an Egyptian?
Exactly.
Was not Paul amongst the disciples? Were not they who was in the kingdom? Who was in Jerusalem? The southern kingdom.
I don't think
So
you make it serious.
so that would mean that the southern kingdom
Look
is
at
what?
it. I don't think you make it serious.
Exactly.
You
So
had the
called
baby on
black
the
man.
head.
So that would mean
Excuse me, sir.
that not only was
Excuse me,
Moses,
sir.
not only was Paul,
Excuse me, sir.
not only was Yahushua, but
Excuse me,
the
sir.
rest of the southern kingdom that was dwelling in Jerusalem, that was all what?
So-called black men.
All so-called black men, men of
Excuse
color.
me, sir.
You see that?
I
You see? 1 plus
I think
1
you don't make it
equals
serious. You
2,
had the
man.
Bible on the head.
1 plus 1 equals
let
2.
me take
man.
it out. Shoot,
All right?
a picture.
So,
Yeah, let me take it out.
continuing. Now that we understand
why not?
that, right? Now that we understand that,
Why
right?
not?
Let's go to Let's go to the book of Revelation, right? Because now, matter of fact, nope. Let's go to Matthew chapter 2, man. Matthew
You got that
chapter
shoot
2.
in the head.
Because
The head.
guess what? Not only
I teach you,
did
you don't
Moses,
make it.
not only did Moses go to
Gee.
Egypt and raised up in Egypt, not only did
Sure.
Paul get mistaken as an Egyptian, but you have what? You have Yahushua. He went where? He went into Egypt. Running from who?
From Herod, King Herod.
Come, let's get that. Matthew chapter 2.
I want to start at verse 1.
Jake finished, man.
Yeah, man.
Simple, man. Oh, man, I should pray to the angel run his ass into one of them cars, man.
God,
On that
bro.
damn bike. Simple ass.
All right, you know what? I'm just get straight to the point, verse 13. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1, it's like in chapter 2, and verse 13. And when they were departed, lo, hold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt.
Yeah, come. Flee into Egypt. Why would he flee into Egypt? Who was Herod? Herod would be what you know as a so-called white man that was ruling over ruling as a governor over the land of Jerusalem. Yeah, this would be a so-called white man in power, ruling over what you know as Negroes today. All right? And he was seeking for the life of who? He was seeking for the life of Yahushua. And he went. Then he sent out a decree that from what? I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it. I think it was from 3 years old and under to slay all the babies. Right?
The men or the boys.
Yeah,
I think it's
from 3 years old and young. If I'm not mistaken.
And if I may say real quick, that's just the spirit that shows you that these Edomites are running after the exact same spirit as the Egyptians back then, because Pharaoh did the exact same thing. You know?
So here you have Orion, okay, trying to put a hit out on Yahushua to the point where he can't find Yahushua, so then he just sends out a letter to massacre, kill all the infants. You see that? So in order for Yahushua to be safe, what was Joseph told to take the baby?
Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt.
Now, why would he flee into Egypt if he looked like everybody else say he looked? And I ain't gonna say how everybody else say he looked, because it's the so-called YT man that did this. So if he looked how the so-called YT man states he looked, because you done got programmed throughout his media, through his movies, his magazine, and his books, and you walking around in that simple ass mind frame. Oh, I bet you can't prove. I bet you can't prove that Jesus was black. Shut your simple ass up, man. We ain't gotta prove nothing. The scriptures prove it. You see that? Yo, but just in case you have the simple mind frame that most of you simpletons are in, all right, you want to believe the programming that you have been programmed with. Why, if he was how they state he looked, why the hell would he go into Egypt? Would not this man stick out like a sore thumb?
Exactly, bro.
He would easily get deleted.
Man, they wouldn't know it. Get your home shot.
Right. What the hell you red ass nigga? Come here, we've been looking for you. We've been looking to kill you. Come on.
Right.
See that?
Bagging Skittles and they're already, you just got one green one sticking out.
Right, exactly.
Thanks,
sticking out. Thanks, man.
Go hide in Egypt. Hide in Egypt. Put your finger.
That's like taking a whole bunch of Snicker bars and putting it in a bowl, and then you put a fucking what's a white candy bar? Give me a damn white candy bar.
The cookies and cream Hershey.
Yeah, it's like getting the cookies and cream Hershey and sticking it in a bowl. Can you find the Hershey's? Yeah, sticking out like crazy. Yeah.
He running blue, right? Fucking have you eyes and stringy hair. Everybody out here play, so-called play.
See that? So even Yahushua went into Egypt. You see that? Continue.
Yep. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. And there was and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under.
Okay, 2 years old and under. I thought it was 3. God, continue.
According to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men.
Done. All right, and that prophet that stated that was Hosea. All right, Hosea. That's 11:1. Okay, you go grab that point. You know what I'm saying? For out of Egypt have I called my son. That was stated in the Hosea.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 11, and verse 1. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt.
Done. There you go. Now that we have that established, right? Now that we know according to the hieroglyphs.
Hey, Christians are losing by like 10 precepts already.
They have no points on the scoreboard. You see that? They have no points on the scoreboard, and we're still in the first quarter. You see that? No score. No points on the scoreboard, and we're about 100 in the first quarter. It's only gonna get worse. All right. So check. So now that we know, according to artifacts, according to the hieroglyphics of the pyramids, you understand. And not only that, hell, even the so-called YT man will tell you, hell, is the progenitor of the dark races. Yeah, the Egyptians. You see that? Even he tell you. So now we have the understanding that this is the dark race of nature.
Right.
So if from the southern kingdom, Judah. He gets mistaken as an Egyptian. Paul, he's from the southern kingdom, Judah. He gets mistaken for Egyptian. Yahushua, who usually called Christ, he's from Judah, the liberal tribe, and not only is he from the tribe of Judah, he's also from the southern kingdom, which is Judah. And he goes into Egypt to hide from Herod, someone that was looking to exterminate him. And then he decides to go into Egypt. What should that tell you? And then not only that, we still have what? We still have the men, the apostles, the disciples, that was of the southern kingdom of Judah. Going to where? Going to Antioch. And they was called what?
Black men.
That was called Knights. Alright? And that means what? Black men. 1 + 1 = 2. You see that? So now, let's go to the revelation. Let's go to the revealing of Yahushua. Alright? Revelation chapter 1.
Yep. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
Yeah, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. 7 golden candlesticks represents the church. Alright? 7 represents completion. Alright? Once again, the candlesticks representing the church, those that have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Okay? They call upon the name of Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. Continue.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Yeah, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, you know, the one that's guarding the 7 candlesticks, the one that has rulership over the churches, which are the 7 golden candlesticks, is what? It's the Son of Man. Or who you will initially call Jesus, which his name is Yahweh Shah. Continue.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
You got the garment all the way down to the foot. You see that? Go.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Yeah, girt about the paps with a golden girdle, man. A golden belt, solid golden, man. Yeah, I'm fresh like that, man.
Come on.
Continue.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white, like wool.
Yeah, his head, meaning the hairs on his head, are in his hairs, meaning his beard and mustache. His hairs were white, white in color, and wool, meaning woolly in texture.
Texture.
You see that?
And the way you know it's talking about the texture is because it describes the color right
Yeah,
after.
that's facts.
As white as snow.
Yeah, and it was as white as snow, meaning giving you the context of the color of the hair, how white it was, how gray it was.
Right.
All right, it was so gray that it looked white, as white as snow. Continue.
So first he described the texture, then the color.
All right.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Yeah, so his eyes were as a what?
Flame of fire.
Repeat that again.
His eyes were as a flame. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
No, brother. He had blue.
Right.
He had beautiful blue eyes, as blue as the ocean. What color was that, bro?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
No, bro. His eyes are the color of a clear sky, picturesque blue skies, and he's all about love. What color was his eyes again, bro?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, why was his eyes of a flame of fire, man? Go give me 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 40, man. Why was his eyes a flame of fire when John the Revelator saw him? John the Revelator saw Yahushua when he was in his glory, man. This is why he decked out in that garment down to the foot with a golden belt around his waist, man. You see that? Yeah, he saw him in his glory, man. He didn't see him as Yahushua when he was getting beat on and getting dragged around everywhere, and people spitting on him and kicking him. Nah, he saw Yahushua in his glory, man. All right. Now, when you see Yahushua in his glory, this is why his eyes was red.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial.
Yeah, there's 2 different bodies out here, man. You have a celestial body, you have a celestial vehicle, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, and you have a terrestrial vehicle, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And this terrestrial vehicle that you got is what you see right now, that we carry right now. And then we also have a celestial vehicle that we have, which is another body that's full full of power. You see that? That's why his eyes were red, man. Because he's in his glory in his other body, which is full of power, man. I'm talking about Super Saiyan 50.
Yeah.
You get that? Continue.
But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
Yeah, man. The glory of the celestial is one body, and the glory of the terrestrial is one body. And right now we are in the terrestrial, okay? And that's why the scriptures say we shall be but changed in the twinkling of an eye, man. And we're going to receive our celestial body real soon, man. Just sit on that. Go on that. That's why, once again, that's why his eyes are red. We saw him in his celestial body.
Back in Revelations 1 and 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about his path with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Look on fine brass, right? A lot of substances out there.
And this is because I actually used to play instruments, so I know exactly.
Easy things that y'all can easily do, but some of y'all just don't want to do the easy things, right? Some prophets have to damn baby walk and show you things, right?
This is actually what fine brass
Yeah, exactly. Those are the capital of fine brass look like.
Right there.
That's fine brass. Now does not that fine brass?
Fine brass. It's like.
So does not that fine brass look like my skin tone? Look just like my skin tone. All right. So the color of fine brass, all right,
burned in the furnace.
right, as if it burned in the furnace, which means he was an even darker skin tone than me. You see that? Continue.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Yeah, his voice is the sound of many waters. Daniel chapter 10, verse 5.
This is the book of Daniel.
Because some of you simpletons will say, oh, well, that was just his feet. It just said his feet. Because I guess somebody walking around here two-tone. You see that? Oh, that was just his feet. Alright, you see that? That's how simple some of these people are. So let's go to Daniel chapter 10, verse 5, and get it again.
Yep. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were gold, whose loins were girded with a fine gold of Uphaz.
Yeah, not he in linen. Alright? But still with that gold belt on. Alright, gold of Uphaz. Yeah, this man is in his glory, man.
It's prime.
Yeah, man. Yeah, now we have Daniel seeing him in his glory. You see? Yeah, Daniel saw Yahushua. You see? Yeah, the prophet Daniel. Way before Yahushua even came to earth.
Right.
And his spirit was placed inside his terrestrial vehicle. You see? Before he got placed in his terrestrial vehicle, he was seen in his celestial vehicle. Up in the heavens with Yahweh. Alright? And Daniel saw it. And he's giving you the whole prophecy of it. He's showing you that he witnessed, giving you the account. Continue.
Verse 6, his body also was like the beryl.
And his body was also like the beryl, meaning the colors he was wearing.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
His face has the appearance of lightning. Does not Ecclesiastes tell us that the wisdom of a man causes his face to shine? Yeah, he's full of wisdom.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Going back to what? Going back to he's in his celestial body. He's in his body that's full of power. Continue.
And his arms and his feet.
Oh, his arms and his feet now.
Right.
Hey, now he ain't just getting. So now we know it ain't just talking about it just was his feet.
Right, he didn't
You
just
see
have his
that?
feet.
Now Daniel giving you a better glimpse at it.
Right.
Hey, it ain't just his feet, it's his arms too. You see? Go ahead.
And his arms and his feet like in the color to polished brass.
You already saw what brass looks like. That's polished brass. Why is polished brass? Because he's seeing the wood, he's seeing it in his glory. It's that celestial body, it has a glow to it. So that's why it's polished. You see that? This terrestrial body, and this terrestrial body ain't got nothing on the celestial body. Yeah, we're gonna be glowing, baby. See that? You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Leroy, man, got the glow, man.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master? I damn. Let me go, motherfucker. Let me go.
It's like at his arms and his feet, like in the color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of the multitude, man.
God, meaning he spoke loud, just like he said before. His voice like the many waters. Exactly. So meaning he spoke loud. He got a loud voice. His voice carries. See?
Like as in waters.
Yep.
So that means his voice, he's able to hear it from everybody's able to hear it.
Exactly.
That's how loud it is, man.
Man, that's why what the prophets are told what the Bible voice like a trumpet. And we gotta be just like the Yahushua when we speak. Yahushua speaks loud and clear. You see that? So the prophets, we come out and we speak loud and clear. Alright? Hey, the scriptures say no what? No evil communication. You see that? Yeah. Our communication is loud, clear, and concise. You see, straight to the point. Just like Yahushua, man. So, as we can see, right, for you damn symptoms, we understand and we know that Yahushua, or we literally call Jesus, was a dark-skinned man. Alright? But not only does the scripture state so, but also those of his kin, according to the flesh, you see that, who are Israelites, you see, of the southern kingdom, meaning Judah, were also dark-skinned men and was also mistaken as Egyptians. You see?
Not on one account, on multiple accounts.
Exactly. And not on one account, but multiple accounts. To the point where when they went into Antioch, they was calling them black men.
Man, but it's as simple as that. That was a straight cut. Yeah. I got a piece of people I can bring it. It's the book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyselves to the search of their fathers.
Huh.
You know, because when you go into, really you can go into these different, books as well and relics, and you can see like you can Google it, black Russian icons.
Exactly.
It's not necessarily, it's just, then again, that's why you got the Renaissance. After the Byzantine Empire, the reason why it was labeled the Renaissance was because it was a renewing. What was it renewing? They changed all the images of Yahushua, the angels, the men of, the true men of, Yahushua, and painted them what? Right? With stringy hitting.
Yeah, it's called iconoclasm.
Iconoclasm, and
The changing of dark images to white images.
Yep. And then the images that were changed, you can tell that they're mad off, bro. Their head looks all weird. You can tell they trying to paint around the afro.
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? Like, man, they look all stupid and shit. Like, bro. But then when you look at the original ones, like, these Russian icons, they look on point. They look like brothers out here that teach the word.
So now that we got that established, right? So you got the symptoms of the sun. Well, because you got the Israelites that think all of Israel look like them.
Oh, yeah.
Look like Wesley Snipes and John Shaft, right? Well, y'all just proved that the Israelites, they all dark skinned. So how y'all gonna say that the natives and the Latinos are Israelites then? Symptoms, man, y'all don't read. Now let's go to Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9.
Hosea 8 and what?
Hosea 7.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Yeah, Ephraim have mixed himself amongst the people, man. Alright? Meaning the men of Ephraim has the northern kingdom, facts. Meaning the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, starting off with the head, which is the Puerto Ricans, on down to Issachar, have mixed themselves among the people. So they have the men have went into the women of the other nations. And by them going into those women of the other nations, they have brought forth seed that no no longer carries the skin
Right.
color or the melanin of what they originally looked like. All right, and then you also had what? You also had the women